Howdy partners, welcome back to the ranch. Today I'm going to tell you a little tractor story. This is our first 365 days and 200 hours with the new Holland Workmaster 75. Buckle up, let's ride. I've been here since the very beginning, and I can tell you I've learned a thing or two about tractors. Look, there's me, right here. I've been with Ryan every step of the way, and I've seen him make a fool of himself on YouTube. Especially when he had this green tractor. Let's take a look at this.
So now we're here with a John Deere 4105, and we're going to do one of the most satisfying things in the world for me. And that's pulling stuff out of the ground with a loader. Have no idea what has it anchored down there, if it has any other kind of crazy stuff that's going to keep it from coming out. But I bet you this old tractor can get it out of the ground. Wrap it a couple of times, give her a yank.
It's not uncommon for a new landowner to buy a tractor they believe meets their needs perfectly. Not too much, not too little, but a perfect economic fit. It's also not uncommon for a new landowner to grossly underestimate how much tractor they'll need. Let's listen to Ryan.
Yeah, definitely going to need a bigger tractor. But yet, we'll figure this out.
Well, it wasn't long after this tractor epiphany that a severe drought hit Railhead Ranch and the well ran dry. That's right, no water. And those cattle and donkeys were drinking about 700 gallons of water each and every day. Yep, this caused problems. Beyond that, grass wasn't growing. Hay was brought in by the semi-truckload. Unfortunately, the John Deere 4105 just wasn't gonna get the job done anymore.
Point of clarification, why did we talk about the well drying up in the introduction? Well, that little dude over there holds about 300 gallons of water, between 250 300 gallons of water. And when the well dried up, we used those totes to fill a 3,000 gallon tank that served as the water for this place. And hauling those totes of water, which I think it was 2,600-ish pounds. I'm gonna flash that right here, the actual weight of that full tote. The John Deere 4105, no chance, zero chance of doing it. This thing came right in time. Front lift capacity, I'm gonna flash that right here. That loader is like having a crew. Could not have survived. I mean, no kidding, the semi-truck loads of hay. We had to feed a lot more hay than we were anticipating in the last 2 years of drought here. And hauling hay with the small open air 40 horse John Deere was just dangerous because we'd lift up the back end even with ballast. But while we're back here, let's look at a couple of the essential items you have to have if you have a tractor like this. For one, the BW12. This thing is, I don't know, I think going to a 15-foot batwing might be a bit much for the 75 horse. A lot of people will disagree with me, but with this, I could chop down a forest if I have to. And my handy post hole digger, which you always have to have on a ranch. So buy one of these if you don't have it already. Of course, pallet forks, I use those every day. Hay spear, well, if you have hay, it's a must. Quick attach, we're gonna put that in the back here momentarily. Box blade, gotta have it. And a bucket. I think bucket should come with just about every tractor. This one has a huge bucket. And if you followed our channel, you saw the 20 tri-axle semi-loads of dirt that we had right there. You saw me build the foundation for this parking lot for the shipping containers. We brought my daughter's house in over there, which is a 1966 B&O railroad caboose on rails. This tractor has been a part of everything. We use it every day. I don't know how I only have 200 hours on this thing. Let's fire it up.
One thing to note, a lot of your Category 1 implements can very easily be converted to Category 2. You just need to go buy a couple of super cheap bushings right here. And voila, Category 1 is now Category 2.
I think I'm probably going to use that box blade quite a bit this week. Let's hook it up. Easy peasy. 2 clips. 1, 2. I think we should get started with the negatives and the things you'll probably want to know if you buy one of these and you plan on running it for a year. Okay, well this may seem really trivial, but I'm stretching to find more things about this tractor I do not like. I wish there were a way to lock this in the down position. That way you can take your dog with you if you're mowing, 20, 30, 40 acres. Because you're going to be out there a while, even with a 12-foot shredder. I'm sure there might be a way to jimmy the seat belt, but as it comes from the factory, no, there's no way to lock it in the down position. So, training seat. Yeah, it's nice to have, but it'd be really cool if we could lock it in the down position. One more of those things that'll make you crazy with this thing. When you bring it home, if you happen to be one of those dopey guys like me who thinks you're gonna be cheap and fill up your tractor with 5-gallon gas cans instead of purchasing a proper transfer tank, the positioning of that gas cap will make you insane. Can you fill this with 5-gallon cans? Yes. Is it recommended? No. Get a transfer tank. Trust me. I recommend having a transfer tank on your truck. That way you take it with you when you need it. Flip your switch. Grab your nozzle. Rock and roll. This makes life so much easier. There's only one thing that I'm not crazy about with the Workmaster 75 that has just made me a little crazy for the last year, and that's the positioning of the arm for the loader. I mean, that thing is way out there, and when it came from the factory, it was way up here. The guys at Kleiber were kind enough, before we took delivery, to modify this and bring it back some so it's a little more ergonomically friendly. Before, it just was not. Now let's talk about some of the positives. As I look around, there's no shortage of positives. Man, if you've never had a tractor with an air ride seat, that's a game changer. When you're out here working all day, man, it's really nice to have air ride. So I really tried to break this thing. I mean, hydraulic lines, there's no way this thing could possibly lift what I've attempted to lift with it over and over and over. But I use my tractor. I really use it every day. I have not broken a single hydraulic line. I did, however, break a radiator hose. But that was under warranty, and Kleiber came out and fixed that for me immediately. Another one of the things I liked about New Holland when we originally made the purchase and we were weighing our purchase criteria is the fact that these this Workmaster series, the 55, 65, and 75 horse, they have a service interval that is much greater than that of a lot of the other larger tractors. So having a longer service interval and having to service the tractor fewer times, in theory, better economy, less downtime. The downside of that is the 100-hour service. When they came out and they did everything on site here, it cost me about $1,000, but that's something to think about as well. Yeah, I like this thing. I mean, it's a good value. I wouldn't compare it to the top of the line luxury cab tractors that are out, because this is the economy version of a utility tractor. It doesn't look like it outside, but in about 48 hours, we're gonna have that crazy Arctic blast down here. So made a bed for the cattle and the alpacas and the llamas to hang out here in Lady's barn. And I also keep some like extra fence stuff down here. So I ran up and I got some extra pieces from a recent project. It seems I can do just about everything I need to do today with the tractor. And it's nice. So whether I am sweating or it's freezing cold, which might be the same day in Texas, the climate control system in there is awesome. So if you haven't had a cab tractor with a really good climate control system, I can vouch for this one. The Workmaster 75, it's on point. So when it's freezing cold, I stay nice and toasty, and in the summertime when it's 105 here, I stay nice and cool, and I smell nice when I'm done like doing summer mowing or spring mowing, which is weird. Like you're not covered in sweat and dust and whatnot. So New Holland isn't the only company out there that understands this, but your tractor is your Swiss Army knife for your ranch or your farm or your land. So having a quick attach system on the front is just really nice. You can get implements made by a smorgasbord of different companies, throw those on and just go. You don't have to have the branded implement for that particular model. One of the things that killed me about John Deere is when I wanted to go upsize from a Cat 1 to a Cat 2, they wanted to either sell me a $1,500 plate for those front end attachments to work with the new tractor, or I'd have to buy all new attachments for the front of the tractor. Crazy. You know, I don't want to do that. I want to use the same stuff. And here you can do that. There we go. The rest of the corral. Let's go put it back together so we can catch some llamas. Yeehaw! Ain't nothing. Easy peasy. That was a blast. I pulled a semi truck and a 50-foot oil well or oil field trailer out of the mud with this, with the Workmaster 75 the day we delivered the caboose. Franklin's fence. Did that last weekend with a post hole digger, and obviously had the tractor to hold all of our materials. That was great. Let's get back to work. You know, without this tractor, putting this together would have been a nightmare. I did this by myself in 2 hours. Yeah, I would like a medal. That was a lot of work. Good job, Workmaster. I would say that is an appropriate llama and cow and donkey and alpaca catching corral.
Unlike that green tractor you met about 15 minutes ago, this big blue tractor has no problems whatsoever pulling posts out of the ground. I've seen Ryan do this about 750 times in the last year, all by himself. Just him and his big blue tractor. I'm pretty sure this tractor would pull the house off the foundation if he wanted to. Well, we've established Ryan is a fan of the New Holland Workmaster 75. It's made his life a lot easier. When his life's easier, life's a lot better. Why is it better? because he can focus on the important things in life. Like going to H-E-B and getting me some of the really good meaty snacks. Everyone likes snacks. I love snacks. And when I have snacks, everybody's life's better. Well, I guess that about wraps up this tractor story. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed looking behind the windshield of the new Holland Workmaster 75 cab tractor. We've really enjoyed it here, and we hope you have a great year ranching. Well, I hope you enjoyed your time at the ranch today, and I'd like to invite you to come back again soon. Click this little circle button to subscribe, and you can check out some of our other videos and playlists here.